visiting a friend and walking home and a police officer stopped you. I mean, there's really no big deal in being stopped by a police officer, but he ends up taking your life. That's exactly what happened to Sarah. Sarah Everard was born on the 14th of June 1987 to her parents, Jeremy and Susan Everard, in Surrey, United Kingdom. She attended Fulford School from 2005 to 2008, and she later studied human geography at Durham University. Sarah was a London-based marketing executive. Her father, Jeremy, is a New York professor of electronics, while her mother, Susan Everard, works as a charity worker, and Sarah is a professor in the same field. She was a resident of London Brixton Hills at the time, and on the 3rd of March 2021, she had just left a friend's house near Clapham Common to walk back, but she vanished that evening. Everard had called her boyfriend for 15 minutes after she left Clapham. After arranging to meet, they ended the call, and when his girlfriend did not turn up, he alarmed the police. Everard's boyfriend is Josh Lowett, age 33, a marketing director at MA Exhibitions, which organizes trade shows. Lowett is just a few streets away from Everard in Brixton, according to his loved ones. Metropolitan Police Officer Wayne Cousins falsely arrested Sarah under the pretense of having breached COVID-19 regulations. He had just finished a 12-hour shift at the US Embassy that morning, and he drove Sarah to a remote rural area northwest of Dover in Kent, and he parked and he raped Miss Everard there. She was strangled with Cousins' police belt by around 2:30 a.m. the following morning. Cousins then burnt her body in a refrigerator in an area of woodland he owned near Ashford, Kent, before dumping the remains in a nearby pond. Days later, amid extensive publicity about Miss Everard's disappearance, Cousins took his wife and his children on a day out to the woods, allowing his children to play close by. The moment Cousins confronted Miss Everard in South London was caught on security footage and witnessed by a couple traveling in a car. Miss Everard was a mile from home when cameras from two buses, a refuse lorry and a marked police car caught footage of Cousins talking to her. The female passenger in the other vehicle said she saw Cousins and Miss Everard standing on the pavement. She watched as Miss Everard was handcuffed. Sarah was compliant with her head down and did not appear to be arguing, she said. Marked to her husband that she had seen a woman being handcuffed when they were in fact witnessing the kidnapping of Sarah Everard. The next day, on the 4th of March, Cousins took Miss Everard's mobile phone and threw it into a river in Sandwich, Kent. A broken fragment of an EE SIM card from the phone was later found in a seat, the court heard. In addition, a bloodstain was found on a rear passenger seat, which matched Miss Everard's DNA. The court also heard that semen, which matched Cousins' DNA, was also found on the back seat. The hearing was told, and Cousins, who the court had was thousands of pounds in debt, wiped his phone just minutes before he was arrested at his house on 9th of March in Dale, Kent. The following day, a week after Miss Everard disappeared, her body was found in a stream in Ashford, Kent, just meters from the land owned by Cousins. Fragments of her clothing were found in a nearby woodland, which her body had previously been burnt. Vigils were held for Everard on the evening of 13th of March. The vigil on Clapham Common, near where she had disappeared, led to a controversial police response, and 4 were arrested for breaching COVID-19 regulations. The murder additionally sparked widespread debates about the role of police in British society. Then this was during COVID, during the lockdown. That was why Cousins could have easily used that against her, and I'm sure she would have been so scared. Imagine someone that is paid to protect you arresting you kidnapping, not even because like he didn't take her to any police station. He kidnapped her, he took her to the woods, he raped her, and then she was burnt. It is believed that Cousins moved her body, a heavily burnt body, from where he had set it on fire to the pond where she was found, using bags he bought from B&Q on 5th of March. On the 8th of June 2021, he pleaded guilty to Everard's kidnap, rape, and admitted responsibility for her death via video link from jail. And on the 9th of July, he pleaded guilty to her murder. He was sentenced to a whole life order on 30th of 2021. He then told a psychiatrist he strangled Miss Everard with his police belt, which tailed with the conclusion of a post-mortem examination which found she died from compression of the neck. While in custody, he deliberately hit his head on the toilet bowl in a cell, suffering a cut shortly before he was about to be interviewed, and an ambulance was called and he was taken to hospital for treatment before being placed under constant supervision after returning to the police station. I really hope he spends the rest of his life in jail because it took the bright future of Sarah from her. She was just 33 when it happened. Met Police Commissioner Dame Cressida said she was very sorry for the loss, pain and suffering of the Everard family. She said, "All of us in the Met are sickened, angered and devastated by this man's truly dreadful crimes. Everyone in policing feels betrayed." Describing him as a coward, she said, his crimes were a gross betrayal of everything policing stands for, adding, "I am so sorry." During the sentences of Cousins, the judge said the case was devastating, tragic, and wholly brutal. And Miss Everard's family said they are relieved by the fact that Cousins would die in jail. That's all the information I was able to gather on this case. I'm happy she got justice, but what happened to Sarah should not have happened. She was just walking home, every day. I know how everybody's out and about every day, but what can we really do to protect girls, to protect women? It's not easy. She was just walking home. I can be walking anywhere and then get stopped by a police officer. You are meant to be protecting me. Girls, if you know if you are going out, make sure you tell somebody where you are going to. Let's just try to help each other. It's not easy, but let's try to help each other and hope nothing bad happens.